Hey, this is that new store that just opened called Mavericks. We went there this afternoon to find something nice for Darla.
Were you really thinking about her, or were you thinking about what she would say when she saw what you bought?
Why are you always judging me? I was doing something nice and thoughtful.
We'll see.
Hey, how about this? A t-shirt with a snowy field, red barn, and some trees. Looks Christmassy, right?
You could also get her a headband with some antlers and a big red ball to put on her nose.
Fine. How about this? A little Santa figure holding a bag of red, white, and green Jordan almonds.
There's nothing like an overweight man to celebrate Christmas with a loved one.
Come on, Scruggs, help me out here.
I'd go with something shiny.
Hey, what's this? A simple gold necklace with a little sleigh pendant. Good, right?
Yeah, that would work.
Okay, I'll just take this box and here, at the back.
What? Wait, where are you going?
Go on, open it.
You didn't have to do this. Now I'm going to be blushing all day.
You deserve it.
Ms. M, I presume? I'm Detective Hammer.
Good morning, Detective. How may I help you?
I'd like to make an example of one of your students, if I may.
By all means.
Students, can I have your attention for just a moment?
Do I have to watch this?
Yes, I have to wear this outfit.
As you know, we recently placed webcams up and down Main Street. Now, these were put there not just so you could see what the weather was like when you were on vacation, but for your security. Yesterday, we received a call about a suspicious customer leaving the rear door of Maverick's department store at 4:17 p.m. At 4:32 p.m., we saw the alleged perpetrator showing off the stolen goods a mere 3 blocks from the scene of the crime. Would any of you like to admit your involvement? What is your name, young man?
Donovan.
Well, Donovan, where were you yesterday afternoon at 4 o'clock?
I was at home doing my homework
And
by myself.
Oh, I see. Is there anyone who can corroborate this story?
He means someone who saw you there. Then.
Watch this.
My parents both work, sir. I'm kind of a latchkey kid. I make my own lunch and breakfast, sometimes supper.
I see. Do you have a sweatshirt with Western Middle School printed on the back?
Yes, well, I used to, but it was the only sweatshirt I had, so I wore it all the time. It got all ratty, so my mom made me throw it out.
Thank you.
Nailed it.
You there, what's your name?
Stephen Krug, sir, but most people call me Scruggs.
And where were you yesterday afternoon?
I was also at home doing my homework.
Thank you. Our investigation is ongoing. If any of you should remember anything, I'm giving my card to your teacher. Students, the truth will out. Crime does not pay. Ma'am, students, Merry Christmas.
That was close, huh?
He had you red-handed and you lied right to his face.
How was I to know they had installed webcams all over town?
Oh, so the lesson here is to be better informed so you don't get caught?
It's just a little necklace.
I think you need to spend some time with your future.
Whoa, where are we?
We're in your future, Mr. Westerveld. Your so-called high school years have not been good to you. You thought that doing homework and studying for tests was unimportant. You thought that, bullying behavior to cover up for your insecurities would serve you well in life. You thought that having a smart mouth and a knack for talking your way out of things was cool. But as it turns out, the spoils of such a campaign are nothing to write home about.
Who are you?
I'm your first juvenile court appointed caseworker.
What does that mean exactly?
It means that you've spent more time in and out of the juvenile court case system than most teenagers spend playing a sport, practicing an instrument, doing their homework, and daydreaming combined.
Is that a bad thing?
Don't get snarky with me, young man. Here it is, Christmas time, a time to celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ, who changes our hearts to warm and giving from cold and selfish. And all you care about is how clever and immature you can be. Nice.
Who's that?
Your former friend Scruggs got a job working at Jean's Auto Repair and a book emporium.
So what, they sell, like, car books?
And thoughtful novels for the avid reader.
You did a good job pumping gas on the full service side and keeping the shop cleaned up, that I'd like to start you on basic oil changes and tire maintenance.
Thank you, Mrs. Danner. I really appreciate the opportunity.
Just call me Jean, Scruggs. You're a good worker. I can tell you like it here. You know, the annual Christmas party is coming up this Saturday. If you've got a girlfriend, you should thinking about asking her to come along.
I don't know just yet, but I might.
What's he talking about? Ever since I took charge, no one's paid any attention to him.
Look who's in the bookstore.
Darla?
Oh, hi, Darla. How's it going? Can I help you?
Well, I guess I was looking for a book.
What kind of book?
I don't know. What do you like to read?
Well, I'm not much of a reader these days, except for mechanic manuals. But I hear people really like these British novels by Jane Austen, like The Car.
I love those movies. That's a really good idea. I should start reading those books.
Great. Hey, would you,
Yeah?
Is he going to ask her out?
Just listen.
Well, you see, Jean, Mrs. Danner, she wants me to call her Jean. Well, it's kind of like a Christmas party, and, you know,
If you want me to go with you, I'd love to.
Great. I'll see you around then, I guess.
Wait a minute. Who's that?
It's you, or at least it's how people think of you. You're actually on a ranch in Montana with other troubled youth that require a few months of rehabilitation.
Give me a break.
I think you're catching on. A break. That is exactly what these short visions represent. A chance for you to change.
It's not my fault. I didn't do anything wrong. So what if I did a little shoplifting, or said some things that weren't true, or sold some stuff on eBay that wasn't mine? I didn't hurt anyone. What's the big deal? What about my willfully disengaged parents? There were so many opportunities for them to jump in and to see what I really thought and felt about things, but they chose to remain in denial. Shouldn't they be here serving time with me? My friends didn't exactly step in either. They didn't stop me. They helped me, or at least they hung around and laughed at my stories. And now where are they? My teachers. Sure, they tried to steer me down the right path, but they also knowingly moved me on to the next grade so that I'd be someone else's problem. Aren't they in some way culpable? The juvenile justice system. This whole society is all about passing the buck. Nobody took responsibility for me. There must be someone we can blame for this. Anyone care to step forward?
Starting to get the picture?
You're saying it's a lot about me, right? That I need to go do some changing?
Doesn't it make you wonder what King Herod's childhood was like?
What?